Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Dark Souls 3. I'm back as Remelia, and yeah, I apologize for the last video being so short, but I had a lot of technical issues. I'm hoping it was just that area I was in, which I'll leave immediately for. But if I continue to have these problems, I'll have to do something about my recording setup. I think from now on I'll try to break them up a little bit, as far as the video clips themselves, and hopefully that'll help. But otherwise, I'm sorry for you guys missing some of the footage. There wasn't too much you guys missed, but it was mostly me explaining stuff and all that fancy junk, which I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of already. Anyway, so we just beat the Abyss Watchers. I'm gonna go ahead and clarify one thing. I talked about making sure you always had armor in every slot. The way armor works in this game is very weird. You have defense and absorption. Absorption is decided entirely based off your armor. And as far as I can tell, once you get above like 20% or 25% on absorption, it like seems to scale down quite a bit. So that's why heavy armor generally doesn't do as well. But the defense, where it just reduces a raw number, that's completely decided off of your vitality and your equipped slots. Not what's in those equipped slots, but just the fact that you have something in them. Essentially, if you have no gear on whatsoever, you'll be taking like 50% more damage. If you look at how I'm highlighting all these different pieces of armor, does not change your defense value. But if I remove this, it does drop your defense value. So yeah, that's all decided based off of your physical ones are based off your vitality, and the magic ones are based off various magic ones. So there is a use for leveling up vitality. It does give you some raw damage reduction, which is always nice. But yeah, always make sure you have, unless you're fine with taking like, you know, an additional like 20% extra damage, make sure you have something in every slot. That being said, let's just keep on going. So I'm really hoping nothing goes wrong. I have been playing Sakya off on my free time, and I'm a lot further ahead with her. So if any problems come up, I'm going to be kind of screwed here. Anyway, we're back at Fair and Keep, and we're just going to go down here to the next area. Now, I believe the moment you beat the Abyss Watchers, if Yolel or whatever his name is, had not died yet, you would find him dead. And if you didn't meet the and at that point your opportunities to get any more dark signs and stuff would be completely ended. So yeah, this is the Catacombs. This does have undead in them. That was weird. Okay, so they have skeletons, as always. And the way they work is some of the skeletons will actually get back up a second time, forcing you to kill them a second time. In Dark Souls 1 and 2, there used to be monsters called necromancers that would constantly revive a set of skeletons until they have been defeated. They are very annoying to deal with, and it was just really it was just annoying. Also, skeletons were pretty tough in Dark Souls 1. They weren't too bad in Dark Souls 2. But in this, there are no necromancers. Well, there's technically two, but they don't do the same thing anymore. And so all it is some skeletons will die the first time you kill them, and some of them will require you to kill them twice. Anyway, so we can go across the bridge here, which will aggro a bunch of guys and have you getting hit by archers from all sides, or you can just drop down here, which will allow you to get some attacks off of this guy. Yep. If you ended up getting souls from the skeleton that you killed, that means he's dead permanently. If you didn't, that means he's gonna get back up. Okay, not too bad. And now we can drop down here. Alright. So coming down to this area will cause this rolling ball of skeletons to roll back and forth. The way you deal with this thing is there's this caster guy here. If you kill him, makes it fall apart. And this one had an undead bone shard. So there you go. As you can see over there, there is a bonfire right across there. We're not going there yet. We're going to go ahead and finish exploring here. Rolling death ball is dealt with, so we're pretty much free to explore how we please. I don't even remember what's around here at all. There's a new enemy. Okay, got soul, so he's dead. A lot of these enemies will drop Carthus Rouge, which is you can apply to your weapon to cause additional bleed damage. Or not additional bleed damage, but additional bleed effect. Who's this? Mimic Pest. Cute. Alright. Now if you head this way, you can find Henri.
Oh, hello. How very fortunate. Have you seen my companion, Horace? To my shame, I was snared by a trap, and we've become separated. I've not been able to find him since. Yes, I see. Horace is a valiant knight. He can look after himself, no question. He's probably searching for me right now, with twice the resolve. If you happen upon him, please tell him that I remained in the catacombs, and I will lay prism stones to guide him, as always. Please send him word, I beg of you. May the flames guide your way.
Okay. So, excuse me. We're not going to run into Horace anytime soon, but doing on Titanite. I definitely am really glad they added that touch where if crystal lizards do run off glyphs, you do get the credit. So, anyway, that being said, so Henri's search. He got separated from Horace, and we're not going to run into Horace for a little while. But there's this. This is a kind of a key point in Henri's storyline. There's a few things that could possibly happen, but I guess I'll go more into that once I actually find Horace. Alright. Some of these skeletons can parry. Generally it's the ones with the scimitars. If they look like they're in like a defensive pose. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. So these guys have a rolling attack. You also might notice that they kind of fade away when they roll. That's actually an effect that we can get with a certain ring. There we go. Not the cleanest fight, but I'll do. We could jump down there. There's not really any reason to do that. There's an easier way to get over there. So as always, I've been kind of just looking at various videos because I've been just trying to figure out more about this game. And it seems like in a lot of cases the weapon arts are kind of like designed for PvP. Like the main benefit of having it, of doing weapon arts, is to give you additional poise essentially. Like a lot of the like the stance moves, like the one with you can do with straight swords or the stomp. You can is this one dead? Sure. The main benefit seems to be you'll be able to poise through attacks with like hyper armor and stuff like that, which is not as useful in PvE, but I guess it helps a lot in PvP, even though the attacks themselves don't do as much damage. I don't like the relying on hyper armor type thing. I mean, I know it's kind of part of some of the heavy weapon stuff, but like in PvE, you definitely don't want to do that because monsters hit ridiculously hard and some of them hit ridiculously fast as well. So I don't like the fact that hidden wall there, by the way. That they got. I mean, I guess they're trying to find alternatives for the poise system because they apparently did not like it. I mean, I don't know why they didn't like it. I mean, it probably could have used a little bit more tweaking, but removing it entirely to be replaced with the with this weapon art system, that's a little, I don't know, it seems a little awkward to use in a lot of cases. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Anyway, we got the Carthus Pyromancy Tome. A Pyromancy Tome from Carthus containing pyromancies crafted for battle. Carthus pyromancies developed in isolation from other forms, explaining their divergent evolution. So yeah, we can give this to the old pyromancer and he can teach us more spells. That one's dead. And that is death down there. Alright. Nothing else around. Wait, there should be something around here. Wasn't there like a ladder somewhere? Oh, it'd be easier if I had a torch equipped. I know there's a spot that has a ladder. Here it is. Oh, I climbed down from here, didn't I? Yeah, I have to. Yeah, I must have. Alright, well, we'll just continue this way then. So, over here we got essentially what are these bloodborne enemies over here. These guys are super agile, they leap across, they do a lot of flips and throwing attacks while dodging. Really annoying to fight these with a stabbing weapon. Some of them may get back up a second time, this one didn't. And we're back here. Okay. We went up originally. Yes, we went up originally. We could go... Is there any other locations we missed? By the way, that's the bridge where we could have went across initially. Okay, there's those guys. Okay, we went this way. Okay, and there's the ladder. Okay. So we just need to go back around this way, and we'll be good to go. Okay, see that? That's the parry stance. One way you can counter parry type stuff, like people that are constantly trying to parry you, is you can actually kick them. If you kick them, you can stagger them and follow it up with an R1. And the R1 will actually do more damage as a result. I don't like using the kick because I find it really awkward. I don't like the pushing forward and hitting attack at the same time type of mechanic that Dark Souls has always had. Because more cases than not, it makes me do like shield bashes and stuff, or bash attacks instead of regular attacks, or I bash with my chime instead of casting a spell. Anyway, we're done with this area. Yeah. I mean, it looks very grandiose, but it's actually rather small. Also, this is the first area in the game that has actual traps. Like, actual traps you can set off by stepping on them, pressure plates things. This one here that I was killing in the back, yeah, they can throw these bombs that shoot out spirits. And it's really annoying. Okay, that one's dead. Alright, over here, some of these urns, like this one here, will explode. When they get broken, they will break into a bunch of spirits that will chase you. For the most part, you don't really need to worry about them, but If you want to be clean, that's the way to do it. This spot here, that urn is on top of a pressure switch, which will cause arrows to fly out. The arrows are not designed to kill you, but to shatter more of the urns to hit you with a bunch of spirits. It's pretty clever. This is the Carthus milk ring. Boosts dexterity, gives you 3 points of dexterity and makes it so your roll becomes obscured. It's neat, but we honestly don't need the extra dex, and oops. Alright, there's a pressure switch right there. Just does that. Ow. Wow, that guy went utterly berserk. Ow. These guys do bleed, so be careful about that. There we go. Really glitchy. This guy's gonna get back up. Go. Also notice that Titanite shards are dropping like candy now. It's just a thing now. And another spirit. Or not spirit, skeleton. That one is dead. And... seriously? No, I did not miss an item. That item we get over on the opposite side. Okay. Over here we got some more enemies. Didn't do much damage. Yay for kick. Alright. Fire spells do pretty good, it's just my stats are just not that high for pyromancy. Ouch! That's the first time I've ever been hit by that trap. Usually, even when I accidentally set it off, I'm spaced out just enough to avoid the shots. So, yay for me. Large Titanite shard. Yay. So those are starting to drop. You can fall down here, and there's a bunch of rats and stuff to deal with. Ember right there. And skeleton ball. There's another large Titanite shard. We're starting to get those again. I think we got a while before we can. We need 4 more to upgrade our spear again. And then from then on we have to use chunks. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and rest here. And give me 1 moment. Okay, just clip the video there just for a second. And we'll see how things go from here on. So yeah, this ball will just keep rolling back and forth over and over again. Killed some rats for us, that's nice of it. Oh, sorry, I was looking up the ceiling. Oh, that actually made me jump. Alright, but yeah, if you look up at the ceiling, you can see these little ooze blobs that we saw before in Cathedral of the Deep. We'll deal with them later. For right now, I'm going to go down here and trigger a phantom. Ember. Can't go through here. And if you start walking back, Night Slayer Sorg, or however you pronounce it. You will encounter this guy twice. One as a phantom, one not. He is pretty tough. He hits super hard because he has that freaking Boom's greatsword for some reason. And he definitely uses his weapon arts. You gotta swing in. His shield is 100% block. Okay. Oh god. Don't make me die. Got a stamina here. There we go. Why thanks, and we get the Night Slayer ring. Night Slayer ring makes it so your attacks cost more stamina to block, or something like that. It's not really that useful. Anyway. It almost one-shot these. Oh, there's one right there. Holy shit. There you go. So yeah, the torch does just as good in most cases. It just doesn't swing that well. I suppose I can use that fire spear. So, rolling skeletons came back. They're pretty mild. They're definitely nothing like the ones from Dark Souls 1 or 2. Yeah, we'll just take out these guys first. Alright. Oh my god. Wow. That almost landed on me. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the fire spear for a bit. There we go. There. And then roll the way, roll the way. Carthus Blood Ring. I don't even. Oh, Carthus Blood Ring boosts your rolling invincibility at the cost of defense. So if we take a look at defenses, yeah, my absorptions go from like 20s to like 10s. It can even go negative. As far as what that does is essentially during this roll animation, pretty much the entire. It's like you only have a certain number of iframes for it, where you actually avoid attacks. The blood ring pretty much makes it so as long as you are rolling, you are dodging. So definitely, it's definitely pretty good if you want to go just really heavy into the dodging. One down. Didn't drop like that one for some reason. There it goes. I think that's all of them. You can of course force them to drop. Oh, there's one. You can force them to drop by just hitting them with like a throwing knife or something along those lines. Shards. Okay, and that is it. We don't need to worry about any more blobs. So back to the partisan. pardon me. And if we go up here, the mage is right up there. So now that'll take care of the rolling ball of doom. These guys are shooting fire arrows. Oh, hey. Okay, come on. Yeah, this guy just ignores attacks like crazy. Alright. Well, I'm no longer embered, but that doesn't matter. Good news is we don't really need to go back to where we went before, so we can ignore that. We might have missed a drop though from this ball of death, because it does drop an item when it dies. If it did, the only thing it dropped was I think it was a dark gem. It was either a dark or a gem. So we don't really need to worry too much about it. Anyway, I just want to get my souls back. Where? I guess he just slowly pursued me. Alright. I got my souls back. I'll go see if I can get that item. If not, oh well. Oh cool, it's still there. And also makes a crab come out of it for some reason. Dark gem. Okay, so yeah, that's for the actual dark infusion, not the deep one. Dark can be something we can try, simply because we'll be going hybrid pyromancer, so we'll have both int and faith, but in the long run it's probably not that useful. Yeah, these guys are annoying, because they just ignore your attacks. They're just like, oh well, I'm just gonna keep doing my spinneroonies and throwing knives at you, even though I've been hit a million times. There we go. Grave Warden's ashes. Umbral ash of the Grave Warden of the Catacombs of Carthus with the blah blah blah. The old man began as a squire carrying his master's accoutrements or accoutrements. He ended his days at Grave Warden and carried them still. Let's go ahead and pop one of these. There we go. Down here. Fake wall. So you can come in from the other side if you so choose. Wait, what's that item? Oh, the crab actually dropped an item. That's the first time I've seen it drop an item. There we go. Running out of time, but I think we might have enough time to do the boss, or attempt him. Bonk, and bonk. Oh! There we go. Fire gem. This guy will pretty much ignore you, but I'm gonna go ahead and kill him anyway. Oh, come on. Don't make me bleed. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Well, there goes a bunch of my health because of the bleed. Heal. Dude. I honestly can't freaking see because of the freaking camera. There. Freaking A. I need more stamina. Because it's taking me 12... It takes me like 5 hits to kill things with this spear. Alright. Well, I just went through a bunch of Estus, so hopefully I won't need that for the boss fight. Spoiler warning, I probably won't. It's either going to kill me or not. Anyway, there's a switch over here. There it is. Use it as a shortcut. If you go through the center here, it will cause a few skeletons to spawn, but not all of them. As you can probably guess, there's like a bazillion skeletons here. The way they make the skeletons aggro is by going across that bridge there. That bridge, if you attack it, will break. Oh. Okay. That's different. Usually they don't aggro like that. Fine. I'll play your game. Alright. Well, you can still go across this area without a bridge, I think? No, you can't. And Henri's right up there. Great. Thanks, game. Well, we'll talk to Henri later then. So for this boss fight, I'm going to go ahead and remove the Untrue Dark Ring and put on a Ring of Sacrifice. If I die, but I won't lose the souls. Also, look at me all shriveled up. Anyway. Do we need anything else? No, we're just going to go ahead and heal up. There is one other thing I could point out about that bridge, but I'll just do it later. For right now, let's just do this boss fight. Nothing in this room. That door cannot be opened until you beat the boss. The boss is right here in this chalice. Or goblet. Or flask. Okay, so you can see an item up ahead. You can actually see the outline of the boss ahead of time. The moment you hit the boss will aggro him, or if you go and grab that item. If you fail to grab that item and you kill the it will become a drop for the boss fight itself. For the most part, I'll just go ahead and grab it. And this boss, well, he's big. Anyway, that was a pyromancy tome, and he's gonna swing. Now he has a ton of HP, like a stupid amount of HP, and you need to very much like the tree. Oh, that mist there hurts. But yeah, you need to kill these bracelets. It's definitely go for this bracelet first because that arm swings a lot more than the other one. But that mist that he spewed out, and that's around him, will pretty much kill you in a few seconds if you're not careful. Some of the things that can get you killed is his collision, dragging you back into him, which will kill you practically instantly. The other way you can get killed, of course, is him crawling forward all of a sudden. He does have a bunch of other attacks. I didn't really show many of them. He does spawn minions. He'll spawn a lot of skeletons. He will create a sword out of light energy, and then swing that around and then stab it into the ground and do a massive light explosion. But yeah, as long as you have a good weapon or decent spells, you can break those bracelets very, very quickly. Of course, if you don't know what you're doing, it can be a very big hassle because the skeletons will keep swarming in and all that fun stuff. Overall, not a bad fight. It's pretty easy once you kind of know what you're doing. Like I said, the only problem is some of the collision stuff. Like those arms have collision and they can drag you down into him. And that'll pretty much kill you because that mist will just kill you in a matter of seconds. Or, you know, you run out of stamina at the moment he starts crawling forward when you're in a bad position. But we did get the Grave Warden Pyromancy Tome. Learn Black Flame Pyromancies. A Pyromancy Tome with the Grave Warden from the Carthus Catacombs. High Lord Wolnir of Carthus succumbed to the abyss, but the Pyromancer later became a Grave Warden and discovered the Black Flame. So this has Dark Pyromancies in it. And the soul we got... Lord Wolnir of Carthus sentenced countless souls to gruesome deaths, keen to outlive them all. And that's pretty much it. We now have to access this bonfire, which is going to make our life a little bit easier. And then up ahead... Well, we'll save that for next time. I am the Depressed Dior, and this was Dark Souls 3. See you guys later.